That's right. This is Dispatches from Shed Quarters with a special guest. I'm Mike.
I'm Jason.
And
I'm Brent.
hi, Brent.
Is it Brent or is it Bryant?
I think it's... Hold on a sec. Jack Daniels is being very problematic with me right now.
That's not good. He needs
Yeah, sorry there's no cap popping or can popping tonight.
No, it's strictly the hard stuff right now.
But it is not a green episode, though.
No.
No.
No, the green path will return.
I'm going to have to keep this close.
Okay.
Very good.
Right there, right in the center.
That'll work.
That's a good spot.
That one. This is going to be the most amazing podcast ever.
You think so?
No.
Oh, ye of little faith.
Oh,
Is it faith or fact?
I'm.
Column A, column B.
Yeah.
And what's column C?
I don't know. Is there a column C? I don't know.
There might be a column B someplace.
We're starting out strong.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Real strong.
The heat. We're bringing the heat. So.
Well,
Hold on a sec.
I thought of something I thought I'd ask you guys about.
Sure.
Since we got
What?
a chance.
What?
Star Wars. I know you guys had watched The Mandalorian, but
Yes.
I have not seen that, but I was thinking of something. We'll go back into the land of legends.
Legends.
Star Wars.
League of Legends.
Star Wars Legends, because I brought over.
Get closer to the microphone.
This better, sir?
That's better.
I was looking at. You guys ever heard of the Ricotta Wars or
Nope.
the Star Forge?
Ricotta roast.
No.
That's about cheese, isn't it?
No, not
Yeah,
the
ricotta cheese.
ricotta cheese.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't the war of cheese in Star Wars, but
Some might argue that.
Blue Bantha ricotta cheese wars.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's where. Yeah.
That's where it comes from.
Yeah, the blue milk from A New Hope makes blue ricotta cheese.
That's just a given.
Yes.
oh, I didn't know. I thought this was going to be more about
It's
aliens.
cheese making 101.
You never knew that?
Now I do.
Well, see, there.
Now you know, and knowing is half the battle.
Ding. Oh, wait a minute.
Yo, Joe.
The more you know. The more you know.
Oh gosh.
Can you find that soundbite?
I'd probably get sued for that. That's probably copyrighted.
I don't think so.
No?
No.
Public domain?
Babylon uses it all the time.
I am stealing the shit out of it. I mean, I'm going to utilize.
I utilize.
Again, they have to hear the podcast to
See?
go that route.
You're not helping. You're not.
Always look on the bright side of life.
Oh, do I ever? Oh,
Right side, huh?
oh. Fuck.
And this is when Jason is actually sober.
Ish.
Ish. Yeah.
Well, I've only had one.
That's why I classify a nerd.
I've been drinking since about 2. So
Oh, so we got to catch up.
yeah.
I know. Last time I tried to catch up to you, I went through an entire bottle,
Yeah, and we
mostly by myself.
Yeah, we tend to kill people that way too.
Really?
There's been a couple times where we've gotten, like, my brother and I, or me and Scammerhorn,
Oh god.
get somebody together with us, and they're like, all right, fuck today, we're gonna worry about tomorrow, and then it's just like
The liver is dead.
just a giant disaster.
Well, my first full-on training session with you
Yes.
all those years ago was
Yes,
pretty much in this exact same spot.
was that
It
one?
was in the basement. I came here. You were already like 4 to 6 beers deep with your brother.
Yeah.
I had a bottle of Jack.
Yeah.
I started into the Jack. And by the time you joined me, 3/4 of the bottle was gone.
That's true too.
I don't remember much of what was spoken, but I know I got weepy.
That's right. Yeah.
That was like a year before my cruise because I was legitimately in
because you
training.
had talked about you wanting to train
Yes, to become
for
a
your
whiskey,
cruise.
a whiskey.
Well, yeah,
Jack.
because you were going to say, oh yeah, it's an all inclusive cruise, and you want to be able to spend one day on the Lido deck or whatever,
yeah,
one
something
of the
like that.
decks.
That plan didn't follow through, but I've since come to enjoy.
Yeah. Well, I forgot about that day because I thought that the first training day was when we were at the at Scammahorn shop.
That was the first, yes. That was the first.
No, okay.
But that wasn't actually part of my training regiment. That was just you
showing
invited me out.
Yeah, okay.
My training regiment started shortly after that when we were getting ready for the cruise.
Yeah. Oh my God, Brent.
Sorry. There you go.
No ice left behind.
Oh, that's right.
No, we don't want the ice left behind. You know?
No,
But
definitely need to keep that going.
Yeah,
Oh,
we got
man.
lots. So I think
Unless you want to start drinking like warm, straight whiskey.
nah.
No?
No.
It doesn't quite work for me.
Yeah, you have it. Have you ever tried it?
Yes, and I didn't care for
there
it.
you
No, I'm good. Thanks, I'm good.
Oh, look at you.
No, you don't have to step up. No, fuck no. I just said no. Here you go. Here you are.
Oh,
I was trying.
okay. It's
here.
fine. Whoa. Whoa. Hey, that's my only bottle of Jack Daniels. Son of a bitch. It's a good thing I got that Southern Comfort over there.
That's what I was thinking.
You're a Boy Scout, weren't you?
Yeah.
Always be prepared.
Fuck yes.
Of course
yeah.
he is. Of course he's always
So
prepared.
the single barrel bottle of Jack Daniels disappeared, and I just found the empty bottle. I went, oh, that reminds me, I need to go shopping sometime soon. And I think after today, that shopping trip is going to happen sooner rather than later.
Where do you get that?
That was at the LCBO on St. Clair, the big one.
Okay.
Because they have the specialty whiskey section, and
Yeah, much bigger selection there.
yeah,
Oh, speaking about that, I was back when I worked.
into the microphone.
Sorry.
Damn it!
Back when I was working at Heinz, I had there's ever heard never got a chance to try it, but one of the guys was talking about. He goes, "It's really smooth." 18-year-old Wisers.
Yeah.
I have no comment here. I can't.
Yeah,
I haven't developed that much of the affection for whiskey.
The
to really
older,
know.
the better,
Okay.
because it's aged and it's smooth and
Okay.
it's legal. 18.
Yeah.
I know.
No, he said he goes, everybody I let try it loved it. He goes, now the price of the stuff's going up. I'm like, well, you drove up demand. What do you
Yeah,
expect?
stop telling people about it.
Yeah. Well, it's is Johnny Walker, is that whiskey or is that something else?
Scotch.
See, there's a big difference there.
It's Scotch whiskey, but
Yeah, well, I got to try some Johnny Blue,
I think I tried some of that.
and I didn't care for it.
It is there's a lot of nuance to a lot of these whiskeys, and you kind of have to get an acquired taste. So where this bottle of Jack Daniels is like ubiquitous, it is the go-to. Like, you're going to mix this with Coke, with whatever. When you start getting into Johnny Walker named labels and stuff like this, that's when you're not going to be mixing it,
Okay.
and you're going
That's
to be
for the
drinking
true
it
aficionado.
neat. Yeah, that's the
Okay.
Those are the ones where they swirl it and go, I smell oak with fucking burnt leaf overtones. Like, fuck off. Just drink the fucking whiskey.
Like fucking wine tasting. What the fuck?
That is exactly the thing. Like, between whiskey and wine tasting, I've come across the Cigar Aficionados, the magazine. They're talking about the flavors that they get out of the cigar. I'm going like, I'm just getting burnt tobacco.
That's what I got. That one night that I tried it. That's the only time I've tried it was that Whiskey Wednesday. And I just don't have it.
Again, that's another acquired kind of taste.
Well, okay. Since we're on the term of tobacco and alcohol, what I know you were talking about just drinking and that so you're not much of a craft beer person then for the for those or no? Beer?
Oh, I like craft beer. I'm a fan of Sons of Kent. I'll try just about any beer.
Okay.
I've seen them on numerous occasions with like a selection.
Yeah, I'll go to the LCBO and they'll have like the loose beers in the back.
Yep.
And I'll go through and I'll go, I haven't had this, and I'll grab two of those.
I do the same thing. I just like there's one that if you ever want, it's called Old. It was called Old Tomorrow. It was a good one. That's really nice to have. It kind of has a little. It was actually aged in it's either Scotch or whiskey barrels. Mm-hmm. So it was really really good. Also, speaking about Sons of Kent, it should be in the next couple of weeks. And that's sometime in mid-December. They actually have a Christmas beer that they actually have aged in bourbon barrels for like 6 months.
Yes.
I heard about that. I told my parents, I'm like, if I don't get a chance, please use it as a Christmas gift.
The especially this time of year, especially with Sons of Kent, they have one called a Scotch Ale. It's a strong beer.
Yep.
And it's only a winter beer.
Yeah,
and it is
about right.
So good.
That might be. Is I don't know if that's the one I'm thinking of that I was talking they were talking about, because that one was. Oh, that sounds phenomenal. A Scotch Ale. Yeah. Especially in wintertime. Oh gosh.
Yeah, my friends of mine from Melbourne, they insist whenever Scotch Ale comes out that I get them a bunch. So I usually
so there's Mike driving down the 401 with a tanker truck and
if I could get a tanker,
it'd be like Mad Max, fighting off the other drunks.
Okay, Doug, Alfie, if you can hook me up with a tanker truck full of Scotch Ale, I'd really appreciate it.
I'll be your Furiosa. Don't worry.
Oh, God. A tanker truck. Oh, God.
Imperator Mike.
Yes, there we go.
Or Immortant Mike.
Oh, man. No, there's...
But last year, Sons of Kent also put out it's called Mammoth. It was another strong beer. It's like 14% alcohol for this beer.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
But it was... I've had like strong beers before, like 14, stuff like that, where it is like a total punch in the face.
Mm-hmm.
This was good. Like it was like you take a drink and you're like, oh, that's really good. Then you take another drink and you go, this is really good. Then you bring the bottle up to your mouth and go, wait a minute. This is 14%. I need to slow the fuck down.
You take it up to the third drink and you miss your mouth.
What happened? Why is the room falling?
Yeah, you know my stance on beer. Yeah. Beer is beer. I don't have the flavor inflections for it. That tastes like beer. That tastes like stronger beer. That tastes like beer with a hint of coconut or whatever it was I tried. Yeah. I just don't have that. I'm not a big beer drinker. I'm a traditional like Coors Light kind of guy. Yeah. Although I do like puppers, but to me, puppers taste like Coors Light.
It's a light lager.
Yeah.
And it's probably mass produced to sell as puppers.
Right.
So
it's Coors Light with a different label.
Pretty much.
Kind of like tomato soup. It's, okay. All right.
Yeah. The big,
Well, you used to work at Heinz, so you know all about the tomato soups. Like one brand was the top of the barrel and the other brand was the bottom, isn't it? That's not how that worked?
Not really, because the big thing.
Ew.
The tomato soup was.
Well, never eaten tomato soup anymore.
Well, tomato soup, it was the top bottom barrel. No, it was all made with the same type of, like the paste, the same type of paste.
So Elmer's brand wasn't the bottom of the barrel crap that's scraping the edges.
We didn't do anything for Elmer's, so.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I thought I heard something about that years ago, and
probably
you're the
somebody disgruntled.
No, what the funny thing was they were the baby food that we'd make. Heinz
made with real babies.
No, but Heinz, Simply Kids, and what was it? PC. We're all made at our place.
Something triggered something in Jason.
Yeah. Well, it's not quite the same thing, but it's just something funny that happened at work the other day. So and I know that this is an audio podcast, but I got to show you this.
Usually,
I don't know if you saw it.
Anyways, okay, Brent, just go on with your tomato soup story.
Yeah, well, sorry,
it was so fucking fascinating.
It was.
Yeah.
No, it's just the tomato soup. Heinz only makes the tomato soup because they made a deal with Campbell's because they don't get in each other's business. There's only was the tomato soup, and it was just made with the paste and the starch and whatever it was. It wasn't nothing crazy, but what was crazy is
random boot.
What?
Like a random boot getting in the vat or something?
No.
A boot?
No, we tried to make sure there was
I'd
no
be more
boots
worried
or no
about like
blood.
a loose finger
There's probably a good chance that
or
happened
other
too.
appendage.
Uh-oh.
Okay. That was. I did that at work the other day.
Great wall of boxes.
Yes, I made a box fort.
Were you a little
Fort
bored?
kick-ass.
Well, we were all caught up. We really had nothing else to do. I had to assemble these boxes to stock the
kick-ass?
shelf anyways. So I made a fort, but I got to live out a childhood dream.
Into the microphone.
I got to live out a childhood dream.
And that is?
I'm gonna show you if you can see it because it's not a very large.
No girls allowed?
Nope. I got to play Kool-Aid Man.
Hey, Kool-Aid here.
Boom! Yeah! Oh yeah! Yeah, I got to make a box fort and then bust through it like Kool-Aid.
And then you had to clean it up.
That took like 2 minutes.
Oh, okay.
It was real easy. Yeah, I really wanted to share that.
This is the stuff we need to put on Patreon.
Oh,
We don't have Patreon.
no.
Nobody listens to the show. Why would they pay for it? They ain't listening to it for free. They definitely ain't going to throw money at us.
That's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got to live out a childhood fantasy.
Awesome.
I got to live and be Kool-Aid Man.
Kool-Aid.
And now I want to go bigger with it.
Do you have access to more boxes?
If I sweet talk the boss, I might be able to work something out.
Okay, are these boxes, can you damage them? And then...
Well, for what I did,
Yeah.
honestly, no, they'll survive the impact. It's not like they're falling from great heights or
Oh,
being
no.
stepped on or anything like that.
Okay.
I'm literally just pushing them over.
Okay.
But I have visions of like doing this weird video where it's like Kool-Aid family. And like Kool-Aid Man and then Kool-Aid Man's sister and Kool-Aid Man's cousin and like Kool-Aid Man's grandpa, all these different people busting through separate boxes.
You're
Like
gonna
separate walls.
you're gonna get the women involved?
Well, of course.
Okay.
Got to be equal opportunity, you know.
Sure.
Wouldn't want to be labeled misogynistic.
No, insensitive.
Yeah. You know, Kool-Aid woman.
Kool-Aid-
She's just as strong as Kool-Aid Man.
Kool-Aid person.
Why are you showing me pictures of Jabba the Hutt? I know I'm fat, okay? I already know this.
No, I was not. I was not showing them for that. I thought you liked the lady on the side better.
Salacious Crumb. Did you saw
Mandalorian.
those?
Yeah. There's so much goodness going on in Mandalorian.
Yes.
And I was wrong. Jon Favreau does not direct it.
No, you wrote it.
He wrote it
Yeah.
and is producing it.
Yes.
So, still, he's a fucking genius.
Yeah. Brent, what do you think of The Mandalorian?
Unfortunately, I do not have Disney Plus yet, so I do not
for
have.
fuck's
You
sake.
can't get Disney Plus on a PS3. Did you know that?
Really?
You can get it on PS4. You can't get it on PS3.
Time to upgrade.
Yep, the Jay's gonna have to buy me a PS4.
Not until I get mine.
I thought you had one already.
No, Tally does, but he's in Toronto.
Just-
Landon has one, but that's upstairs, and I'm not even going to attempt to touch it.
You're not allowed upstairs?
I don't know. I just don't want to touch his PS4 because his life would end if he can't play Fortnite.
Oh!
Yeah.
So did his life end when Fortnite went down for a couple of days?
It was a little rough.
Was he having severe withdrawal symptoms? Did you almost have to call a psychiatrist?
Not quite, no, but he was definitely bugging me to play more Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, I was going to say, did he transition to Minecraft easily enough? Or?
Oh, no, he got into Minecraft for a bit, but not too heavily.
Okay.
Really, Fortnite has been the biggest thing for him, video game wise at least.
And Naruto.
And then Naruto because he discovered that on Netflix or whatever. And he's gotten into Yu-Gi-Oh. He's been to GME multiple occasions for little tournaments and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
And then he bugs me, but my cards are so outdated because I only have Yu-Gi-Oh cards from like when it first came out.
Alpha and Beta.
That kind of thing, like the Yugi and Kaiba decks, the Joey deck. I don't have like getting into what the next thing was, whatever GX and 5Ds. I don't have any of that stuff. And then you get in because it's gotten so crazy insane.
Yeah.
With the different add-ons to it, like pendulums, where it adds 2 monsters on the end of the field that. If you're closest to it, you get extra bonuses. And so, I don't know. He tried to play me with pendulum monsters and stuff. I'm like, no, that's an unfair advantage because I can't take advantage of it. So
Hold
no.
on.
Uh-oh. Smack the bottle. Get that last little drop out. Yeah, it's like ketchup. You got to just keep. Yep. There you go. There you go. Use it out. Now, sweet talk a little bit. Yep. Okay.
Get out!
Yes.
There we go.
All right. I think you got it.
If anybody's got a spare bottle of Jack Daniels they're not using, would really love for you to send it over right now. Though you're going to hear this 7 days, 6 days?
6 days, something like that. I don't know. You've been putting it out on Wednesdays lately, so you've been jumping the gun.
Bored and stuff I want to listen to.
Listen to.
Yes. You got to listen to your own podcast. You gotta
That's true.
It's called quality control.
Oh. I was sitting right on top.
He's on cloud 9 now.
Wow. No,
How you doing?
Much better now. The speaking of listening to your own podcast, I was talking with Stephanie Barty.
Okay.
And she refuses to listen to her own show.
Really?
Yeah. I go, how do you do quality control? She goes, that's what I have you for.
Well, I'll be honest. I haven't listened to the Madhouse in a long time.
What?
I haven't listened back to the Madhouse in a long time. But then again, I thought I was going to have more time to listen to podcasts getting into my new job position.
Yeah.
But that hasn't really worked out for me.
Well,
because you're building box forts.
and the other thing
That was 20 minutes one day.
The other thing is great about it, you having this time off more now on the weekends.
The scheduling is nice.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
But I haven't been able to really listen to podcasts more yet. I will get there. It's the fact that I just started in the new position, but I had to still cover testing because even though the guy came back, he ended up taking a couple more days because he tore or pulled his flexor muscle in his hip.
That's not good.
Yeah,
How
playing
did
with
he-
his dog apparently.
Fucking dogs.
So, but he, so I had to go back to testing, and so I just haven't had as much
still
time.
sitting on top.
Maybe you should swirl a little
I
bit.
don't know where that finger's
No, he's
been.
like this. He likes to smooth.
You don't know where your own finger's been?
It's been a rough day, brother. It's been a rough day.
I hear you.
So,
But
don't judge me.
I'm not judging you, but if you keep complaining about it,
he just needs.
do something about it.
Oh, speaking about the alcohol and that, I heard was it Pabst? I think Pabst Blue Ribbon's gonna be making their own whiskey.
Oh.
It's aged for all of 5 seconds.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna go through the barrel in one side out the other to be bottled.
Drink.
Because for all the hipsters.
I don't know. I don't know.
the
Okay,
hipsters like in the Pabst.
Pabst Blue Ribbon beer is the
Is that like the lowest common denominator kind of thing?
gremlin of beers. Yeah, the car, not the Mogwai.
I know it's popular with the rednecks.
Oh yeah,
And the hipsters.
Rednecks love the PBR.
yeah. PBR. They even got what's a fucking rodeo named after that bullshit.
Oh yeah.
And there's also a theater.
Oh, that doesn't
What?
surprise me.
Yeah, I knew that because Jeff Dunham was at the Pabst before.
Oh, oh.
All right.
So, yeah.
Why not?
He
Sure.
goes, well, Walter put it best. He goes, well, if we suck, we always just get drunk.
I like where this is going.
That's a good way to cover a failing show.
Yeah, that's right.
Get everybody liquored up.
Yep. Okay.
Isn't that why Zack Wilds opened the bar at that show in Michigan?
Not because his show was going to suck, because he wanted the show to be
Insane.
insane, which it ended up being just fucking nuts.
A little too nuts.
No,
Wild opened the bar.
okay. Zack Wilds was playing at Harpo's in Detroit.
Yeah.
Before the show, he goes up to the manager. He goes, "Yeah, I want the bar to be open." The manager goes, "What?" He goes, "I'll pay for the bar, whatever they want to drink, free. I want this," because he was taping the show for release. He goes, I want the crowd to be fucking wild, just fucking crazy out of their minds." And the manager goes, "Okay."
This is going to be interesting.
Oh, like I said, watching the show, it was just fucking bonkers.
I was about to say, I never did ask, did it air? Like, is it out there?
Yeah.
It is out there. Okay.
It's called the Sonic Brutality.
Okay.
BREWITAL.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Okay.
so, haha, get it? Zach, smart, funny. So the place is just fucking off the fucking charts crazy because everybody's drunk. After the show, Zach goes up to the bar. He goes, yeah, I want a case of Heineken to take on the bus. The manager goes, no. Zach goes, what? Why? Why not? He goes, there's nothing left. Zach goes, what? I said, there's no alcohol left. It's all gone.
Holy shit.
All gone. Zach goes, oh, okay.
I don't want to know what that bar tab was.
He doesn't care.
They got rid of that last bottle of peach schnapps that had been sitting there for 20 years. Nobody
8 pounds of dust on it.
Yeah.
But
nobody drinks a fuzzy navel anymore. Fuck.
There was, Zack Wilds had a book called Bringing Rock and Roll to the Children. It's just a fucking fantastic story about his...
Nice title.
Yeah. It's Zack Wilds' autobiography kind of thing. At one point in time, he was on tour. His wife at the time called him up and said, I just got the bills for last month's part of the tour. You guys drank $20,000 worth of alcohol last month. Stop it. You can't do that anymore. Zach goes, hangs up the phone. It's my fucking money. I can do whatever the fuck I want. They're fucking telling me what to do. They drank $30,000 the next month.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah. So,
was he ever sober?
Yeah, in the morning.
Maybe. But it got to the point where, like, he had a medical scare. He's now sober.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. So
I'm surprised he still has a liver.
That's what I was about to say.
that was
the scare?
Yeah, that was a scare. So.
His liver going.
His liver said, hey, settle down.
Yeah, fucking hanging out of his body. Like, hey, excuse me. This hurts. Stop. Whatever you're doing, stop.
Look, I like the music and all, dude, but I just can't take it anymore.
You're fucking killing me, Smalls.
Oh.
You like that one?
Yeah, you come on, man.
I know.
Still, that's 30,000. Like, what are you drinking?
Everything. Everything. Well, there was when we went to go see him, Mags and I went to go see him on his acoustic tour in London. And somebody had, when they were performing, somebody broke into his bus and stole a vest, one of his Black Label vests, a guitar, and I think it was like a bottle of Hennessy or something like that. And they tracked that dude down.
Really?
Yeah. They figured out who did it, and they like went to his house.
Fuck.
And said, like, excuse me, sir.
Did Zach himself do it?
I think everybody.
Because Brent, I don't know if have you ever seen Zack Wilds?
Not stop.
Okay, he's huge.
Yeah.
He's like WWF monster size.
Why break into his bus again?
Because people are dumb.
He's
Dumb.
huge.
I think that's brain dead.
And like I said, they looked at it as, just stealing stuff, not realizing.
Well, now the guy has scars from when Zack Wilds beat the shit out of him.
Yeah. Not realizing that dude's going to come looking for you.
Yeah. He's fucking jacked.
If you came to my front door, I'd be like, here's everything.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Yeah, he's a beast.
I saw him. The first time I ever actually saw him was on the Osbournes.
Yeah.
I watched a little bit of the Osbournes back in the day, and it was Ozzy's birthday.
Oh, okay.
And Zach was there, and I'm like, holy fuck, he's jacked.
That guy.
Oh, no, I knew who he was.
Okay, yeah.
I just didn't realize how big he was.
Yeah, he's a Jersey dude.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so, see, the problem with...
Gym Tan Laundry, bro.
That's right. That's right.
Totally wrong. Part of Jersey.
Yeah, we're up on it. Like I said, that's the problem with Zach. He's from Jersey, but he loves Southern rock, like Dimebag Darrell and all this other stuff. So he's like, am I a Yankee or am I a Southern boy? And
He's got the duality going on.
yes, he does. Actually, like he did this one.
The dichotomy of Zack Wilds.
Yeah.
That sounds like a some sort of weird like college thesis. For some sort of music art program.
Maybe.
Somebody had to have done it by now.
Oh, yeah. You all right over there?
Oh yeah, just the duality. I'm like, oh, good grief.
Yep. Yeah. Okay, this just tells I got to get an extra mic.
For backup.
Yeah.
For backup. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No. It was just, this is a snap thing, so we
Because
need
timing's not going to work out any other way.
No.
Yeah, no. But as you were saying about when they went to the house, I got.
Yeah,
you
sorry.
got-
Oh yeah,
you
he
gotta
just
finish this story.
got all the shit back.
He didn't bust any. He just didn't bust any chops.
That we know of?
Yeah, he said the part that was reported in the news says he got his stuff back. How he got his stuff back is left out.
I'm
Let's just
expecting.
not look for the police reports.
Allegedly. There. Nah, I can't get sued.
There you go.
No, I'm just looking at the fact. Allegedly, if anything allegedly happened, it would be allegedly left out of the reports.
Allegedly? Yeah.
Local cops are fans.
Oh yeah. Well, there was what was it? Zack Wilds and Chris Jericho are good friends.
I can see that.
So they're talking. I think.
Wait a minute. Did Fozzie tour with BLS at one point?
I don't know. They might have.
I feel like at least maybe for like a show in Detroit or something. I feel like I remember hearing an ad for something like that a few years back.
That is a distinct possibility.
I could be wrong, but I could have swore I heard something like
Fozzie.
that. Yep.
Yeah. Chris Jericho's band.
Oh yeah. So I thought, yeah, that's what it was. Fozzie.
Yeah.
I was that supposed to be trying to be a little nod to Ozzy Osbourne?
Yeah.
Well, weren't they originally called Fozzie Osbourne
Yeah.
originally?
Yeah.
Way back when?
Yeah. When they first started, they were Fozzie Osbourne.
I'm guessing Ozzy did not like that.
Why wouldn't he? It was a tribute band.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was tribute or if he was making his own music and just calling himself Ozzy Osbourne.
No, they didn't start doing original material till they changed their name to Fozzie.
Oh, okay.
And that was what, 90s? Late 90s?
Something like that. Yeah.
He's
It
been
seems
doing
about
Fozzie
right.
for a long time.
Yeah.
And now he
The,
makes his own theme music.
Yeah.
His own theme music for his own entrance?
Yeah.
Yeah. That way he collects his own royalties.
Yeah, he's using Judas right now.
Yeah.
Because of the elbow that he uses. The spinning back elbow. The Judas effect.
Craziness.
I'm looking forward to next week's Dynamite, though.
What's going on?
Jericho versus
Sky Scorpio.
Scorpio Sky, yeah.
For
Yeah.
the title?
Yeah. Because Scorpio Sky pinned him last week in a tag match.
I did see the reverse psychology part of the promo.
Yep.
And I'm just like, this is fucking Muppet work here. But it works. It works. No, like I said, I'm just like, duck season, rabbit season, rabbit season.
Well, they did that.
Duck season, shoot him.
They did that first with MJF.
Yeah.
I think you want to join the inner circle. Oh, you want me to join the inner circle? Oh, that whole bullshit. And then yeah, the reverse psychology when SCU came out and all.
Yeah.
And it's fucking gold, man. Come on.
Do you want to talk about Jim Cornette?
Sure.
Okay. So what do you after I told you what he said, what do you feel? Do you think Cornette resigning is warranted or the right thing?
Well, I honestly think he was thrown under the bus. They did it. They put that out deliberately. They had it in the can for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
The fact that you don't check your work. They had editing involved. They knew what he said.
Yeah.
Well in advance.
Yes.
They did not have to air that.
No.
So they wanted him out.
Yeah.
That's my take on it, and that was my thought right from the get-go when I first heard about it.
Yeah.
Because I know that they pre-tape.
Yes. Oh yeah.
So-
well, they 2 months worth of shows.
Something like that, yeah. 6 to 8 weeks worth of programming. They do over,
Yep.
what, 2 day span or something?
Yeah.
So, yeah, they've had that in the can for 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
They knew about it. They knew what he said. They didn't have to air it. They were looking for an excuse to get rid of him.
Yeah.
And I can't for the life of me think of why.
Could it be because of money?
No,
Yeah,
absolutely not. No.
He was getting paid, but the amount of money that he was getting for that, it probably wouldn't be a factor in him being fired like that.
No. If anything, the only thing I could think of, and I don't know why this would be their logic. Their whole premise with NWA Power is the retro, classic, old school feel.
Yeah.
And when you have a guy like Jim Cornette, you don't get much more old school than that. No. Jim Cornette lives in the old school. Jim Cornette refuses to accept anything new school. Period.
That goes with
that's well documented.
That's well documented. You said I listened to his podcast where he talked about his side of the controversy, and I get his perspective. And his co-host is he's a friend of his, for a friend of Cornette's for years, and he goes, "If I thought Jim Cornette was racist in any way, shape, or form, I wouldn't be sitting here."
No.
And he goes, "Was it a bad joke? Yes, it was a bad joke. Was it a racist joke? No."
Only in the smallest of premises if you're being nitpicky about it.
It's got such a narrow alley of race.
But it wasn't even
targeting race.
No.
He was targeting Ethiopia back in the 80s when there was the famine.
Right. As you pointed out, this was a joke that he originally made 30 years ago.
Yeah.
He just changed the name of the people involved.
And it wasn't a good joke to begin with.
No. But
it's Jim Cornette. The whole idea of that joke was the original premise of that joke was to get Big Bubba Rogers over. And Cornette is a heel. He's going to say ridiculous shit.
Yep.
To get a reaction.
Cornette is color commentary.
Yeah.
And you don't see true color commentary in wrestling anymore. No, you never see a commentator who leans towards the heels.
No.
Cornette's the only one who kind of does that.
Yeah, because everybody wants to be liked. Everybody wants to be the baby face.
Cornette was kind of was still pushing that role a bit more.
Yeah.
So the only reason I can think they want him out is because they want to try and get young blood in there. And I don't see the point of that. When your whole gimmick for your show is old school classic, why do you want to bring in new blood? Who else are you going to get that's going to be old school classic on that microphone? Jim Ross is already working. Jerry Lawler's still under contract elsewhere.
Mike Tenay.
Oh, God, no. He would not fit that. He's not old school enough.
Joey Styles.
Again, not old school enough.
CM Punk.
He's under contract elsewhere.
Just on Fox.
I don't know. He's not old school enough either, though.
You got what? What?
Gordon Soley still alive?
You. No. Sadly,
I was
no.
thinking, Jimmy Hart?
No, he's too tied with the WWE.
Okay,
Is he really? Yeah. Oh, probably under Legends.
Yeah.
Legends. Yeah, because he was involved in that Legends House thing, wasn't he? I don't know. They're not still doing that, are they?
I hope not.
What was Legends House?
Shitty.
It was, reality show where they put a bunch of wrestling legends, like WWE legends, like Iron Sheik and Honky Tonk Man, in a house together.
Iron Sheik, that crazy nut job?
Yep.
If you want to get him going off, just say 2 words: Hulk Hogan.
that about does it.
No better way.
Yep.
Well, or bring up his time when he was on Maury.
Fuck. No, Jerry Springer.
He was on Maury as well.
I never saw him on Maury. I saw him on Jerry Springer.
I knew about the Springer. I didn't know about Maury.
What was he, the 14th tested father for some chick somewhere?
No,
because that's what Maury's all about.
No, this was previous to that. This is when Ridiculous Lovers, like when they would be complete opposites.
Okay.
And I guess one girl brought out and said he was a bigger guy and this and that, and then the Iron Sheik came out.
That sounds like his Jerry Springer episode.
Maybe it was Springer, but I thought it was Maury Povich.
No, it was Jerry Springer. Because the chick was dating this big muscle hound physical trainer dude. Yeah. And I found myself a real man because this is the episode that I officially lost all faith in Jerry Springer's show.
The reality of Jerry Springer was
shattered. Shattered. When I found myself a real man who treats me right and outwalked the fucking Iron Sheik. I distinctly remember this. It was like 4:15 in the afternoon. I just got home. I got home from school, and it was like a tradition. My dad and I would watch Jerry Springer. When I got home from school, he just got home from work, and we'd sit down and we'd watch Jerry Springer together. And it fucking shattered my Jerry Springer world when the Iron Sheik came out. I legit looked at my dad and said, "Okay, I'm done. That's it. I'm done." And I've never watched, other than a few random clips, I've never watched Jerry Springer since.
Are you going to watch Judge Jerry?
Oh, fuck no.
Judge Jerry?
Yeah, he's becoming a celebrity judge now because he wants to try and get some of that mad Judge Judy money. Because she still makes bank.
$100 million last time I heard.
Yep. She's Guy, my brother-in-law,
Yeah.
addicted to Judge Judy.
The woman upstairs,
Really?
sleeping on that couch right now. I can't come home for lunch without seeing Hot Bench or.
I can't believe there's so many of them.
It's on all the time.
Like, daytime soap operas are almost gone. There's not too many of them left, and they've been replaced by freaking courtroom shows.
What's left? Days?
General
Days,
Hospital?
General Hospital, and Guiding Light, I'm pretty sure, are all still going. I think that's it.
I used to come home from school.
Maybe Young and the Restless. Too.
I would come home for lunch at school. My dad.
Your eyes just lit up, dude.
It was he would come home from lunch from work, and we would sit upstairs and watch Loving. The soap opera called Loving.
I could be wrong. You know who was on that show?
Who?
Bryan Cranston. I think that's one of his first TV gigs.
To the Google machine.
Well, I read his autobiography, and I'm pretty sure that's the one.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong. I could be getting it wrong, but I could have swore he did a soap opera. It was one of his first TV gigs.
Soap? Loving soap opera cast.
Oh, this ought to be good. Yes,
No way.
Is it? Am I right?
No, Luke Perry
Oh, fuck.
was on.
Wasn't he on
that-
90210?
Yeah. What was his name on there? Brandon?
Bryan Cranston.
He is. I was right.
Doug Donovan. Noel Beck, Lisa Pasulo, Luke Perry, Bryan Cranston, Michael Weatherly, Bernard Barrow, Laura Marie Taylor, Laura Wright, Debbie Morgan, Jean Leclerc, Philip Brown, Randolph Mantooth, yes, Jessica Collins. God damn, this is bringing back some memories.
Hopefully good memories.
Absolutely. Loving was the bomb, yo.
See, the only daytime soap opera I got into when I was really younger, a friend of mine, I don't know why.
Daisy Fuentes was on it.
Really?
Really?
Damn.
Yeah.
She's hot. I got into Bold and the Beautiful many moons ago.
Okay.
Like way before Crystal came, I was like 12. My friend got me hooked on it primarily for Robin Wright.
Okay.
Who has become like a Hollywood legend now. So I'm big into her. And then after I was dating Crystal, kind of got hooked on Young and the Restless for a while.
Okay.
That's the extent of my daytime soap opera.
When I would have a spare after lunch in high school, there would be me, Matt LaBute, Don Crow, one other person, I can't remember who it was. We would hop in the car right after lunch, and we'd drive here, and we would watch Days and make it back just in time to make last class.
I find that odd. 4 high school dudes watching Days of Our Lives.
No. Dawn is DAW.
Oh, okay.
And
So 3 high school dudes and a chick.
Yeah.
You were trying to impress the chick, weren't you?
I don't know.
I've seen porns about where this goes, dude.
Okay, this was not it.
Sure it isn't. That's your story and you're
That's my
sticking
story,
to it?
and I'm sticking to it. You can't take me off this game. No. I was Days of Our Lives.
Okay.
And
maybe am I getting myself confused? Maybe it was Days of Our Lives that Crystal got me into.
you're
Not
probably
hard.
drunk. Are you drunk?
Days of Our Lives. I'm not drunk.
There's like
I'm not drunk. No.
there's a great long pause here. I'm just like, look at that.
Did Days of Our Lives have
second and a half of nothing as Jason thought about his history.
Did Days of Our Lives have some weird villain dude, like a mob boss dude? That
They all did.
well, one in particular, one of those daytime soaps had one in particular that he was like a huge like villain.
To the Google machine.
But I'm drawing a blank. I'm drawing a blank on the name. Was it Young and the Restless, where they hinted that there was this. I want to say his name was David. I don't know his last name. The character's name was David. He was a killer. He murdered. He murdered one or two people.
So that's normal.
Hadn't got caught.
Victor Kiriakis?
Victor. No, I don't think that's it. Was that Young and the Restless?
That's Young and Days of Our Lives.
Days of Our Lives.
Yeah. I remember Victor Kiriakis as he was usually the main foil.
Okay. Did he have an ex-wife named Nikki? Because then it was Days of Our Lives that I watched. Fuck, we're going back 25 years or more.
Nikki?
Yeah.
Not seeing a
No?
Nikki.
Okay.
So it might have been Young and the Restless.
I just remember there was like a guy named Bo, who disappeared for a long time, and then he came back, but it was a different actor playing him at first, and then the original actor came back, and who's the real Bo, and all that shit. I don't know.
Victor Newman?
Victor Newman was Young and the Restless.
Yes.
That's him and his ex-wife, Nikki. That was Young and the Restless.
It was Melody
Yes.
Thomas Scott, yeah.
Yes.
So that's Young and the Restless.
That was Young and the Restless. Did watch that.
Okay.
And I think it was Young and the Restless that had a character named David. He was a killer, like legit. He murdered people. And then they made a big deal. They hinted that David Hasselhoff might be joining the show because David went to a plastic surgeon to get a new face. And they showed a picture. I want to look like that, and it was David Hasselhoff.
Okay.
So the soap opera tabloids, if you will, that soap opera digest one, hinted.
Yeah.
Oh, they rumored David Hasselhoff is joining Young and the Restless. But when they had the big reveal, which took like a fucking month to come
Eva
around,
Longoria was on that one, too.
that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
When he finally for weeks we saw this David dude just with mummy bandages on his head.
Yep.
When they finally took the bandage off, the plastic surgeon screwed him over.
David Duchovny.
No, didn't change his face at all. He just basically carved the word "killer" on his forehead.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was such a letdown. We're like, David Hasselhoff. Fuck, that looks ugly.
Everybody wants the Hoff.
Back then, yes.
Yeah, the Hoff was hot.
Yep.
Now he's just a hot mess.
Yep.
I thought it's been for at least a decade. It's been a hot mess.
Well, he did have his stint with that Kung Fury.
But he's huge in Germany as a singer.
I don't know if he still is, but
Oh,
he used to
that
be.
just hurts.
Germans love David Hasselhoff.
For whatever reason, I don't understand.
I don't get it either, but Dodgeball had the great reference to it, so
Yeah.
he did. He's done musical theater.
What?
I think in London, England, he did a production of Jekyll and Hyde. Which the musical's okay. It's got
So basically, he just got sauced halfway through the show, and he shows up smashed in the after an intermission.
I believe there is. I don't know if it's full on video, but there's at least audio out there of him performing, and there's one or two songs that are really good from it.
Do you need to throw some air quotes around that?
No, he does sing it.
Performing? Okay.
It's.
How did you miss that great maw of a mouth? This Sarlacc style pit of a face hole. Ow.
Truth hurts, I know. Don't cry on this shoulder. But yeah, Hasselhoff.
It's not my fault. Gangster rap made me do it. Been listening to a lot of Ice Cube lately. Sorry. Got to get my street cred back up, yo.
Keep working. Taking shots at Brent is not going to get your street cred up.
Probably not.
Sorry, dude, but it's just too much of an easy target. It's just not going to work for cred.
It's okay.
Yeah. Don't make it weird.
Okay.
So David Hasselhoff did a production of Jekyll and Hyde where he played the lead. And
Air quote?
No, there's no air quotes.
Okay.
He played the lead.
All right.
It just is damn near unrecognizable and unpalatable.
As theater.
God awful. Xander has performed the song, and Xander's got chops. Okay, there's no denying that fact. The kid's got chops, but he heard Hasselhoff, and this is early into Xander's.
Well, who the fuck is Xander to fucking trash David Hasselhoff?
Well, he just won his competition today.
Yeah, but has he been in fucking Knight Rider? No, they shut the fuck up,
Not
Xander.
yet. But
Or
Xander
Baywatch.
Baywatch,
Xander
yeah.
could be on the stage musical version of Baywatch or Knight Rider when they happen, because it's going to happen.
Not with him, with fucking running down the Hoff like that.
It could happen.
He's on the fucking list.
No, he's not.
He's on the list now.
Not yet.
When Hasselhoff listens to this podcast.
Yeah, because that's going to happen.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you can't argue that, can you?
Oh, no, I can't argue that.
You can send a special version.
I can get you can argue about getting sued for some things, maybe, because you just never know. But Hasselhoff particularly, fuck no.
No, that's true. Fuck.
Hasselhoff's like, podcast what?
Maybe
He's too busy drunk eating a cheeseburger somewhere, probably.
All right, that's,
Oh yes, I remember seeing that. That was brutal.
why are you hating? Why are you hating on the Hoff?
I shouldn't. Knight Rider was
The bomb, yo.
It was. The Knight Rider was fucking amazing.
And for my time, I really did enjoy the Baywatch. That was great.
I never watched Baywatch.
But not because of Hoff.
I was going to say, you weren't watching it because of Hoff.
No, Pamela Anderson.
Yeah.
Yasmin Beleith.
Pamela.
You can't forget the Yasmin Beleith.
No, wait a minute. Whoa, no. Pamela. That's how you pronounce it.
I remember one thing and one thing only from Baywatch.
Her boobs.
That's what I was going to say.
Well, okay, two things. But but in connection with that, I think it was when she was first introduced, she was wearing a bikini. And they gave her a badge, and she's like, "Where am I supposed to pin this?" Because it was like there was nothing there. I distinctly remember that.
Oh, I gotta see that.
That's the only thing. That's the only thing I can remember from that show. But I never watched it, so I just remember seeing that clip.
Why did you never watch Baywatch?
Because I watch good shows.
Wow.
That's harsh. Baywatch was a great show.
I'll take your word for it.
Okay. Would you call Pamela? Fucking Pamela.
Screwed yourself up, didn't you?
Yeah. Pamela Anderson, a strong female lead in a TV show.
In that case, yes.
Okay.
Particularly because she had the... Oh, no, that wasn't a spinoff. That was a separate show, that VIP.
That's a completely separate show.
Okay. Yeah, but... Yeah, stemming from Baywatch and then that?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So... How come you, as a representative of white males, hates Charlie's Angels?
I don't.
That Elizabeth Banks did.
Well, okay, I can't say that. Now, yeah, I know, yeah. Elizabeth Banks said white males don't like.
Every movie that has been made with a female lead with a social justice spin on it that has bombed in the box office has been the fault of us.
And that's bullshit.
Right. Because they fall back on the excuse that, well, old white men just don't like strong female leads. Explain to me Buffy, Xena, fucking... Atomic Blonde, Ripley from Aliens.
We're chomping at the bit for Black Widow.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
That was like that's the thing. Like as you said, that's where I thought it was hilarious. Sorry, not is that. Well, they were gonna saying, "Oh, like I'm not dissing Wonder Woman. Great that she was a great lead." But the funny thing was, "Oh, finally we have a strong female lead." I'm sitting, I'm like, Ripley was the first one I could really think of.
I just saw that meme where it was showed Elizabeth Banks and they had that quote, and then it showed Ripley, and he goes, hello, people love me.
Yeah.
How about you make a good movie? Like, we don't want Charlie's Angels. Charlie's Angels has been done. We don't need it again.
No.
Okay? The last Charlie's Angels go round
2000
was good.
Yeah.
Like, that was fun. It was enjoyable. The sequel to it, but still, it wasn't horrible.
No.
We don't want this. Give us something new.
Yeah.
I don't care if you steal the premise and change it up a bit. Just give us something new.
Yeah.
Don't call it Charlie's Angels and then you change Bosley. Like, I can get going from Bill Murray to Bernie Mac. Okay, I can get that. That's fine.
Yeah.
They kind of explain that. That's minor. But don't make Bosley a woman. It's not all about women empowerment. We don't need that shit anymore.
No.
Women are empowered. We know this.
Brent?
It's when you shove it down our throats.
I did that on purpose.
Well, I gotta say there has been a lot of women empowerment, but the big thing is that they're still all worried about us white males. You know, we're just these evil people. That's what they think we are.
Well, you said we, as a representative of the white male race, we are a demographic, especially when it comes to geek culture. Mm-hmm. There's more white males in geek culture.
Yes.
That's where a lot of that stuff is focused at because we're the majority.
I fully acknowledge that. Okay. And this is something that has been growing over the last, I want to say, particularly the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Geek girls are coming more to the front because it's become more acceptable for them to show that side.
Yeah.
You know, just like girls forever have always been shoved with the Barbie look, the Barbie gimmick, you know? Okay. Now, we don't need to go that route. You could be your own person. That means you don't have to be a girly girl.
No.
You can be a geek girl. You can be a sports girl. You can just be a girl.
Be
whatever you want to be.
Yeah.
You're good. There's going to be acceptance out there. And if you're a geek girl, I guarantee you're going to have much more fulfilling life and a lot better success, if, for lack of a better term, in the terms of friendship and relationships.
Yeah.
Because the geek culture is way more accepting than any other culture out there.
Yeah. Absolutely. Preach, brother, preach.
Hells yeah.
No, I mean, said when they're talking about, especially the Elizabeth Banks, the latest kerfuffle, because the one before that was the all-female Ghostbusters cast.
Again, that movie, call it something different, and I wouldn't have had a problem with it.
Yeah.
It's the fact that they tried to build off of the legend that was the original Ghostbusters, and that's where they failed from.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, Dave Montoya's had a thing on a rant on his last show talking about the PC culture is getting rammed down everybody's throat. This is supposed to be entertainment, and if you're upset about something, make your thing. Make your own thing. Find your own audience. You're going to find an audience. There's an audience for everybody except this show. But that's... but you're going to find somebody that will look at your stuff.
Yep.
And you're going to find stuff that you want to look at. And there's a lot of people just like, white guys shouldn't draw pictures of women anymore. I'm just like... Why not?
Exactly.
Why not?
Why can't we do something now?
Yeah, because...
Okay, you're all about women getting to do whatever they want, so why do men have to stop doing things we want?
Because we've been doing it too long. We've been doing it wrong. We haven't been inclusive. We haven't been sensitive. We haven't been progressive.
You know, they use the argument... Not that I don't put a lot of stock into this, but they use the argument about not enough women directors and the Oscars and all that stuff. Well, if they made better product, they would get better notice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, when you're talking about great directors and all that, Wonder Woman, that was, correct me if I'm wrong, that was directed by
Yes.
a
Yeah, it
female,
was.
and that was an absolutely phenomenal movie. It
Yes.
blew it out of the water. So you're saying not enough in there. As I said, that was a great movie. I honestly hope that the Black Widow movie will be made. Like, for example, why not get her and have her direct the new Black Widow movie? Maybe
because of contracts for
Yes.
Okay, for
that would be the
yeah.
only thing that.
But I was just thinking, if she can direct and make a great movie like that, you could really work something with that.
yeah,
Catherine Bigelow
yeah, oh, yeah.
is a legendary director in Hollywood. She's won Oscars.
Yep.
Her films have won Oscars. Hurt Locker, particularly, comes to mind.
Yep.
There you go.
I
They're out there.
I just finished watching Generation Kill again, and I'm not 100%, but the majority of the episodes were directed by a woman. Fantastic storytelling.
It's a great show.
You had a man wrote the book, and then somebody adapted it, and then a female director looked at that and put her stamp. Boom, this is my stuff. You wrote it, I'm shooting it, and she did a great job of shooting it.
Yes, she did.
And when they say there's not enough, what's the number? Parity? You don't have enough. You don't have enough people in the business, male or female, to get parity. Like Jim Cornette was talking about, people demand more female wrestlers. The problem is not a lot of women want to be wrestlers. Mm-hmm. And the wrestlers that you do, the females that do become wrestlers, some aren't that good of athletes.
No, they're not putting as much effort
Correct.
into it, and it shows in their work.
Correct. Now, when you try to compare like the WWE's female roster versus anybody else's female roster, you can't do that because the WWE, especially NXT, they are sequestered in Florida training every single day. Mm-hmm. That's their job. Whereas an independent female wrestler maybe works twice a week.
Right.
And you can't and for example, as you said, they're training every day. How can a female indie wrestler be able to train every day and only work 2 days a week to get paid? You can't afford it.
Because you have to do a day job.
Exactly. And I just remember you told me about with Danger Boy, like some of the conditions he had to do when he was working because to try to make ends meet. And like how where these other people are making respectable enough money and they're in Florida, you said training every day. So when you get training, you do it over and over and over again. You're going to make it cleaner and more precise. Yeah.
The more you do something, the better to get at it, right?
Exactly. You become a really clean product.
I don't know how many times I've heard stories of like indie wrestlers, not just women, but I have heard of one or two women, but just indie wrestlers in general, that where they finally get to a point where they get some sort of contract somewhere where they don't have to do the day job anymore.
Yeah.
And that's like a huge turning point in their career.
It is.
But they have to damn near kill themselves to get to that point.
Yeah. So.
And when you're talking about that contract and that, when you're damn near killing themselves, trying to go to a day job and then go back and train and then work and all the bumps and stuff.
Train, eat right, go to the gym, go to the training hall, then travel. Mm-hmm. The life of an indie worker is based on where you're going to be working next. So
when you brought that up, I remember watching. I think it was Defiant Wrestling had it. Was Defiant one of the ones? Yeah, I think it was Defiant. Cody had to finish his match in New Japan, hop on a plane, fly to Europe, fly to Britain to get there to be for his next match the following day. I'm like, and he still put on a good match. I'm like, how the heck did you have the energy to be able to even put on a match like that?
Sleep on the plane somehow, and that's an impossibility because you're keyed up from the match. Then you got to rush to the airport, and that's why guys were on pills all the time.
And Monster Energy drinks, hopefully not laced with ricin.
These guys are crazy.
That's a BTE joke.
Yeah, poison.
But BTE, right there, the early days of being the elite, the YouTube channel, you watched the Young Bucks. They saw their family for 2 days a month if they were lucky.
Yeah.
But and look where they are now.
Yeah. If you want to be a professional wrestler,
that's the level you have to go.
If you want it to be your career, there's sacrifices that need to be made, and that's traveling.
Let's put sacrifices. I like to put a little spin on that, not spin, but a little bit on that. Huge sacrifices, because as you said, 2 days a month, like that's not a sacrifice. That's a huge sacrifice.
Yeah.
Being able to do that, not to mention the sacrifice you put on your body.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the moves that you guys have to do. Question on that.
Childproof.
I was going to say perplexed by twist tie.
Yeah, hey, Luce, because you were a wrestler. That pardon my ignorance, but what would I remember with all the dangerous moves you have? Like, what's the pile drivers? I know there's a tombstone, then you have the sit down pile driver that nearly killed Austin.
That's the K driller.
Oh, that's the K drill. Is a different one.
Yeah.
Which one is the? Well, they both I know are dangerous, but which one's more dangerous than the other?
Realistically, the most dangerous move that I've ever taken is a body slam.
Oh yes, I remember hearing about that one.
Yeah. So, but for your pile driver thing, it really all depends on where the guy holds you and how he holds you. So, if in the case of Stone Cold and Owen Hart, when that went all fucking sideways, Owen wasn't holding Stone Cold high enough for either he slipped or he just whatever. He was just in a bad spot. Owen's done that move hundreds of times, thousands of times. I've seen him do it when he was first coming up. It was just a shitty accident. But like every move is dangerous and not dangerous at the same time.
That's how you perform it.
In that same vein, Kevin Nash versus the Giant in WCW.
With the power bomb?
Jackknife there, he landed on his neck. A much larger guy that he's used to having to flip for a power bomb, and he grabbed him too low.
Yep.
Same thing.
Yep. Said, and again, Kevin Nash is not the strongest dude on the planet, and the Giant is the fucking Giant.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was Nash's ego going a little crazy. And he goes, I want to be able to be the first guy to powerbomb the Giant. And we're going like, you might want to be able to powerbomb the Giant before you put that on TV. And in the process, he almost killed the fucking Giant. So
I'm guessing he was not too happy about that.
Well, no.
They put him on the shelf for a while.
Yeah. They said jacked his neck up really bad. So it was dumb. It should not have happened. But Kevin Nash was the booker at the time. So there's nobody's going to tell Kevin Nash, no, you shouldn't do that. That's a real bad idea. So that's how that happened.
In your opinion, what is the stupidest, most dangerous move in wrestling?
Stupidest or dangerous?
Okay, if there's two different, I'll take one for each.
The stupidest is the Canadian Destroyer.
I can see that.
It's impossible to do that move. It exposes the business.
But Ricky Morton did it. In slow motion.
In slow motion with two guys helping. And still, it looked like shit.
Yes, it did.
The most dangerous move? Trusting your opponent to give you a proper bump on any move. You take your own bump. That's the safest way to do it.
The move that comes to mind for me, though, that I think, and there's a reason why you just don't see anybody doing it, the vertebreaker.
Yeah, dumb.
Because, again, and just like you said, you're relying on the other guy.
Yeah, don't ever do that.
Yeah.
That's how you...
It looks awesome, but it looks so fucking dangerous.
Yeah, it's a super dangerous move. Stupid move, Canadian Destroyer.
What about the...
It just it does not make any sense in a physics perspective how that works. It doesn't work.
What about Styles clash with... because because that one, I remember hearing they've been not letting him do that because couple people have been tucking their chin when they're not supposed to.
That's because when we train, we're trained to tuck our chin on these moves. The Styles Clash is the exact opposite. You do not, you look up. That way you keep your head back. The Styles Clash is dangerous if you forget how to take the Styles Clash. The chinless dude.
Chinless dude.
Yeah, from WWE. James Ellis.
Oh yes, yep.
I don't know him.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. When the Styles had to modify the Styles Clash so he didn't destroy the guy's face.
Yeah, because he had tucked his chin.
And Styles caught that.
Styles was in mid move when he looked down to see, and he saw this dude had his chin tucked. Styles put his feet down and his hands down and saved this dude's life.
Oh, damn.
It was like a split-second thing, and AJ saved this dude's life.
What, really?
Oh, yeah, he was.
Wow.
That shows.
I've never even heard of that guy.
Yeah.
I saw that. And that's the thing that's amazing is that they actually say one of the safest guys to work with is AJ.
Yeah.
Because that gives you the proof is right there.
Yeah.
How many guys are you going to know be able to stop and going to be able to do that in mid move to be able to stop and save this guy?
Yeah, that just shows you the athleticism of AJ Styles. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, AJ, I would. Want me to work with AJ Styles? Yes, please. I'll do that forever. And it would make so much money and not be sore, and won't be broken or anything like that.
What, AJ really knows how to still? You said you won't be sore. What, he doesn't work stiff?
You'd be sore, but you're not going to be broken.
Yeah.
There's the difference right there. You're going to be able to move the next day.
Which guys are ones that you work with that you will not be able to move the next day?
Lesnar. Drew
Potatoes and suplexes.
Oh my God! that gift that I sent you with one of the Bucks doing that super kick.
Yeah,
potatoing the living shit out of whoever it was. It was beautifully timed. It was like one of the Bucks does like a kip up, and the guy that he's wrestling spins around, and as he just spins around, it's just like pow, super kick right in the face. But he fucking potatoed the shit out of this dude.
So he took it full bore, huh?
Oh, it was just a fucking brutal shot, and it looked okay. See, here's the problem: it looked good, so it's okay if you kill the dude. But if you kill the dude and it doesn't look good, that's a problem.
Oh, potatoes!
I'm trying to find it.
I heard about some brutal potatoes.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. Watch that.
Oh, I see it.
Kip up. Boom.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't get better timing than that.
It's a perfectly timed move.
Kip up, turn, boom.
Yeah.
You're eating a boot.
Yeah.
Eating, he's swallowing. Eating means you chew. He just swallowed it.
It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect.
That's one of the reasons why the timing has to be absolutely perfect for Hangman Page's buckshot lariat.
Yeah.
When the timing is perfect, it looks devastating.
Yeah.
But most times, it's not. He has to take an extra step in there, and it just ruins it.
Yeah. See, that's the problem when you have these super intricate moves. Everything has to line up just right for it to look like gold. Whereas Stan Hansen would just blast dudes in the face with his left arm. It looked good every time because he was trying to murder you.
Quite literally.
Yeah, because he couldn't see. Stan was like almost legit blind without his glasses on.
I can remember many moons ago, you invited me over here with Shooter. Shooter had a tape of a Japan show, and Stan Hansen was on there.
Yep.
And we watched. He took some Japanese dude's head off, and you could see that the lights were out.
Every Japanese dude's head off with those lariat because Stan couldn't see. He's just swinging at shapes.
Then why'd they have him wrestle?
Because it was Stan. And he made so much money. The Japanese love them big Texan boys.
because he was like the biggest Texan boy.
He was huge.
Yeah.
Well, I saw some of the stuff with Hansen. I think he fought Masawa once.
Oh yeah, he fought Masawa all the time.
Still, my favorite matches. The favorite matches to watch of Masawa is him and
Kenta Kobashi.
yes,
Yeah.
when those two, that was works of art.
Yep. That him, Kenta Kobashi, and Kawada.
Oh yeah, those were both.
Toshiaki Kawada.
Those were absolutely great.
No, I don't. Get them away from me.
No, do you want them? They're
No, I
calling
don't.
for you.
I don't.
Choose one.
Stop it. Stop it.
Choose one.
Stop it. How are we for time?
We're at 1:15. So I'm going to pull the plug here. That way we can do some of the other stuff.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
All right.
thanks
So-
you guys a lot for having me.
Brent, thanks for stopping by.
Well, thank you.
I'm going to have to get another microphone because it's more than likely going to happen again.
Well, I'd be
some
more than
point,
happy
sure.
to have me on
Yeah.
board. Thanks again.
So,
Just make sure you bring a little more content next time.
Yeah.
no shit. Fucking sitting there reading a book. What is it?
Yeah.
Goddamn
Yeah.
library hour on the fucking dispatches from shed quarters? Fuck's sakes.
Shed squatters, I thought it was. Not
Shit,
shed
squatters. What?
What?
I thought you had a squatter in a shed.
No. Learn to read.
What are you talking
You're
about?
looking at a freaking book and you don't know how to read?
I never learned how to read.
It's going for the Oscar.
All right, Jason.
Mike.
Thanks for stopping by. Dispatches from shed quarters for this week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.